Hi everyone. I'm gonna walk you through to this very cool machine learning notebook, training Google Gemma model to think using reinforcement learning. I'll explain step by step how to set up the model, load the dataset, train the GRPO, and finally evaluate how much the reasoning improves. Let's get started. Um, we do the proper imports. We begin by importing all the tools we need. JAX for fast GPU and TPU computation, flags for the training state, Google Gemma model and configuration, and the GRPO reinforcement learning trainer. These libraries work together to give us a powerful setup for training language models focused on reasoning. Um, the next step would be loading the dataset. Next, we load our dataset, the training validation and test splits. This dataset contains the prompts and responses the model will learn from, especially examples where reasoning matters. We print the number of samples in each split just to confirm that everything loaded correctly. This step is simple, but it's the foundation for the entire training pipeline. There we go. And then uh, there we go. The loading. And then configuring the Gemma model. Here we define the architecture of the Gemma model. We set the hidden size, the intermediate size, the number of transformer layers, and how many attention heads the model uses. This configuration essentially defines the structure of the model's brain before we start teaching it how to reason. The next step, now we get into reinforcement learning and GRPO. We create an RL cluster so training can run across all available devices, whether you have multiple GPUs or TPUs. Then we initialize the GRPO learner. GRPO is Google Reinforcement Learning algorithm designed specifically for improving reasoning in language models. It doesn't just teach the model to predict the next token, it teaches it to follow a chain of thought. Then training the model and evaluation. This is where the magic happens. The entire training loop runs inside a JAX mesh, which automatically parallelizes everything. We simply call the train function and the reinforcement learning loop begins. The model generates answers, receives rewards, updates its parameters, and repeats. This process gradually improves the model reasoning ability. And after training, we evaluate the model using two metrics: partial accuracy, which measures how correct the reasoning steps are, and format accuracy, which checks whether the model's output follows the expected structure. The notebook prints both scores, allowing us to compare the model performance before and after the training. Here we go. And that's the full walkthrough. We set up a Gemma model, train it with GRPO reinforcement learning, and evaluate how well it learned to think. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.